As a financial advisor, I spend a lot of time talking with clients about the prospect of retirement. We talk about when they want to retire, how much they want to spend in retirement, what capital base they need in order to fulfill that goal. But there's something that is potentially more important than all of these conversations, and yet it's not really talked about that often. You see, for many people, their job is part of their identity. It's who they are, it gives them a purpose in life, and if you take that away from someone cold turkey, then that can lead to a whole new world of problems which aren't money related. So today I want to talk to you a little bit more about the emotional aspect of retiring and explain to you my personal non-retirement plan. Hello guys, Brad here from The Guided Investor. Welcome back to the channel for another video. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button because I post regular videos about how you can do more with your money. When speaking with clients about retirement, I often try and reframe the conversation. So instead of asking, when do you want to retire? Instead I ask, at what age do you want to make work a choice and not an obligation? And that is much more of an empowering conversation for people to have. Many people see work as a means to get money and not much else, but really it's a lot more than that. It's a chance for us to communicate with other people, to build friendships, to specialize in a skill, to feel needed. At the end of the day, you know, if you weren't required there, then you wouldn't get paid to be there. So when we stop working, we lose that purpose and we lose essentially part of our identity. And, you know, for some people, it means they lose the reason that they get out of bed in the morning. And if you don't replace that purpose in your life with something else, then retirement can be pretty miserable. Work forces us out of our comfort zone, both mentally and physically. And if you take that away from someone, sometimes their world can become very small. And sometimes non-relevant issues can become the primary focus. So instead of, say, looking forward to a well-earned rest on the weekend because you've been working hard all week, all of a sudden a double episode of Home and Away is the most exciting thing you got to look forward to. Instead of commuting on the freeway at any time because you need to get somewhere, you dread the thought of facing peak hour traffic. All of that stuff means that, you know, your world's becoming small and your focus is becoming on irrelevant issues. So in short, work offers us more than just monetary incentive, it offers us a purpose in life. Now, I'm not saying that we should all work forever because that's the only way to be happy in life. That's just not the case. In fact, some people have really crappy jobs and I can understand why they would want to get out of there ASAP. But what I am saying is that as part of your retirement plan, you need to replace work with something fulfilling in your life. People with a good friends group and a lot of hobbies are generally very good at doing this. They can fill their time with meaningful activities. But some people, this doesn't come as easy and they need to teach themselves this new skill. Either way, whether you love your job or you hate your job, the trick financially is to get yourself into a situation where work is a choice and not an obligation. At this point, you'll have sufficient assets to meet your desired standard of living in retirement. And at this point, the world really is your oyster. If you love your job, then you can continue doing what you're doing just on your own terms. But if you hate your job, you can either find a hobby, you can take up a different employed role in something that you're more passionate about, you can volunteer, do something that makes you happy. Now, personally, I love what I do for work and I can't see that changing. Now, I might be a little bit young to make this call, but really, I can't see myself retiring ever. The day I retire is probably the day that I lose my marbles and I'm forced to stop. Having said that, I do anticipate that my role will change over the years. I'm sure in the future I'll like to either wind back a little bit, maybe look after less clients, or maybe take on a more of a mentoring role, something like that. But the point at which I do that is the point at which I no longer need my business income to support my lifestyle. At this stage, I haven't put a set date on when I want to retire, but I do know that my trajectory is looking pretty promising. I'm doing all the right things in terms of aggressively paying down debt, building different buckets of assets, my business income's growing. All of those things mean that, You know, if I'm not in that financial position to be able to do that by 50, then something has gone horribly wrong. But the thought of retiring from the workforce just doesn't appeal to me. I enjoy what I'm doing and I want to keep doing it for as long as I can. Now, having said that, I am only 32 years old, so come back to me in 10 years time and see if I still have the same opinion. But that's it for me today, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one.